Right.
So a lot of times that just kind of made you wonder and think about, like you said, less than a woman, and you kind of question your womanhood,
Mm-hmm.
your adulthood. When you don't have that mother, quote unquote, motherhood behind your name. Um, so that was one of the things that at this point in life, it's not that I don't have a desire for children, but I'm okay with not having children. There's still stuff I'm doing right now that I'm not ready to include a child yet. I know I'm emotionally not ready yet. I'm not mentally ready yet. And I'm definitely not financially ready yet to include a child in my life. So there's some things that, yeah, even at 39, I'm still working on. It is something I do would love to have, but, kind of like you, waiting when if God allows that door to open, and more importantly, if I am able to meet that person, that special someone, then I'll look into it.
Okay, cool. So when it comes to getting the question about why you don't have any kids yet, why you're not married yet, do you feel like you get that more so from strangers or family members or close friends? Like, is it people who you could care less about them asking, or is it like somebody that's actually important in your life?
I get it from a variety of sources. Sometimes just with the clientele I work with. Sometimes I'll get it from a few It has lessened a lot with family members. It used to be a little bit more so, I'd say, about when I was 35, 30, between that 30 to 35, it was a lot. Are you going to have kids? When you're going to get married? When you're going to have kids? When you're going to get married? And it's a little bit less. There is still, I think, a quiet expectation, but they're respecting the fact that, well, she is 39, so she knows when she wants them or not, whether she wants to have them. And then it's going to be I worry about the question, why, if I were to have children at a later time in life, why did you wait so long?
Right, right. So when it comes to why did you wait so long? I mean, do you have a personal time clock that you're ticking on? Do you have a personal expectation of when you feel like, okay, if I'm not a mom by this time, then I'm not going to worry about it? Or like, what does that look like for you?
I think as long as my body is functioning, I'll probably be willing to try, but I think about 45, I was like, okay, but I'll be like, maybe I need to just close this door and look at other options, which I am open to other options where it comes to fostering, mentoring, or adopting. However, I do know as long as my body's able to produce, I may keep that door open, but then that opens another consideration of, do you want a teenager in your 60s and 70s, so you're right in your 70s, so there's a lot of things to consider with that.
Time definitely plays a factor, and you better than me, because I don't think I could be, my time clock does not tick until 45, my personal time clock. I don't see myself being okay with being a new mom at 40 anything. The plan is, for me, my personal time clock is about 37, 36, 37. I think I would be like, all right, maybe I want to adopt. Maybe I want to see what's this, what's that. Something that you said that stuck out to me, though, is I found myself for a while, my last relationship, my last serious relationship that didn't do what I needed it to do, I found myself upset and angry because that was in the time frame where I had like really bad baby fever and really bad wedding fever, if that's a thing. I wanted to be married. I wanted to be a mom. And so when that didn't work out and we ended up breaking up, I found myself angry and being like, you know what? Well, forget it. I don't need a husband. Just give me somebody to have a baby with. And it started to be like, I don't want a traditional family. I just want to be a mom. That was my main concern. So I found myself entertaining, because I've had guys ask me like, well, let's just have a kid. And I found myself actually entertaining the idea of just having a kid and co-parenting with someone just because I wanted to be a mom in that moment. if time passed on and you didn't see yourself being married, or that didn't happen, like, what is your ideals behind what a family is? Could you see yourself being a mom without a partner? Could you see yourself maybe just going into a situation where you co-parent with someone? Or is it just once I'm married is when I'll have a kid?
I honestly, that's a good question, because I think we, at times, especially if we do want children, think about other options. Well, I always thought, well, you don't actually need a significant other to have a child. People do it every day.
Right.
It is a little bit more difficult, but I have a lot of positive male role models in my family that my child wouldn't be lacking, male influence, male people in their lives. So I have considered that. I don't think it's necessary. It was to be a preference to be married and have children, but I don't think it's necessary to be married. I can have children in other ways. Like I said, fostering is fine with me. Adopting is fine with me. There is also other methods with natural, you can do with the medical side, that if I want a child, there is the whole sperm donor rail.
Exactly.
So there's different things that I can look at, and I think I'm open to other options. Because I always said I'm okay with carrying a child, or surrogacy also, that was another one. But I think if the option doesn't come where I can actually carry a child or even do surrogacy, I'm fine with fostering, and I'm fine with adopting and mentorship. I think through those means, I don't need to have a significant other. It will help, but I don't need it.
Right. Okay. So at the point that you are in your life right now, because I know for me, I have a lot of children in my family. There are lots of little babies. A lot of my friends have small kids, or are pregnant now, or just recently had a baby. And I see babies all the time. And for me, it used to be a trigger for this said baby fever. Now, not so much, but before, once upon a time, it was like really OD. For you, is your circle kind of filled with babies or children, and does that affect your mood as far as like wanting to have kids of your own?
I actually see often a lot nieces, nephews, babies at my job, babies everywhere, and I know they're adorable. I love playing with them, even babysitting sometimes. And then there's that nice little tantrum, and you're like,
Right.
I guess you're ready to go back to your mommy. And so I'm okay. But then there's times where I see them having those moments, and it's worse with the pictures and watching them grow. I think you see, like, that is beautiful. When I watch my friends do the little activities with the kids outside, just taking them to the park, I think that's beautiful, and it is nice to do it as an auntie or a cousin, or just have fun with them. But then there's other things too that you would love to impart some of that knowledge into your child, and some of the things that you have gifts that you would like to raise. But then this is where self-reflection comes in, and how I process this too. If I don't have children, I still can part in and sow seeds of love and kindness to the children that are around me, and to other children through mentorship and fostering. But yeah, it does strike a nerve a little bit. So I'm like, oh, that would be nice, or go baby shopping. But there are other times too where I'm like, oh gosh, I can just go. I don't have to struggle with sleeping at night. I can just
Right. Okay, cool. Well, I definitely appreciate you calling in, giving your experience and your personal views on being within this age group, and not having children, and not being a wife just yet. And yeah, thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk with you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm enjoying, and I'll continue listening.
Yeah. All right, thanks. So, that was a little refreshing. And I think that recently, in this journey to 30, it's caused me to really reevaluate my life, right? And what I noticed is that I was feeling incomplete because I wasn't really sure of the direction my life was going in at once upon a time. So the fact that I did not have a significant other or any kids or a house or this, that, and the third, and a lot of people around me were starting to make those major decisions in their life, and I felt stuck. So it made me feel not less than, but it definitely put me in a funky place. And it wasn't until I was able to really sit back and evaluate some things about myself that it was like, you know what? Your time is your time, and it's not right now. And I'm really gotten to a place of peace in regards to that. And it was tough. It was tough in the beginning, not even gonna lie. But right now, I'm good. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take another quick music break. And we'll be back with our second guest. Stay right here, WRBA. You said you was going to play the Big Crit song. Why? I didn't tell you to play that. I told you to play Big Crit. Thank you, girl.
Maybe I'll come over something. Yeah. Living it down, I wiggle it around, I make it happen. I've been snapping, I've been snapping. What you doing, that ain't rap, bro. That's how I cap it. Put a cap on it, bro. Let's protect my flow. I get it, you ain't know, you ain't baby. I've been flexing, I've been ripping, I've been doing what I need to do in 2-step. Mississippi. Daddy want the ball to try it. I'm on all these hand brains. See you teaching now, bro. You know how we get down. So stop with all them bullshit moves about where I come from, nigga. I'm just saying.
It's my birthday nails.
Let's be real, you ain't never been around here before, man. You ain't never seen the stars and the moon glow. Never heard your granny get out. Boy, stop slamming them doors, hey. Think about him all the time. Show the young boy how to be a grown man. From a grown man to a king so I can shine. Light rising, bright lights, and let your little light shine. Believe that though. When you came from where I come from, you gotta do what you gotta do to achieve that though. Them dreams and all that bling and all that, them screens and all that. But them old school when they fall down and that wood grain too. And that diamond in the back. Me, you seen that shit? Man, I got it just like that. Hold up. I remember not knowing where I came from until I realized where I come from. Proud parents, black parents, my parents, they stand on the same.
So we're talking about time clocks and the pressure of societal norms of when you're supposed to have kids, get married, buy houses, do all of these things. How that makes you feel being in the small number of folks who have not done that at this age. The lady that wrote the letter was saying how she's decided she don't want kids, yet she still gets the questions all the time of when she's gonna have them. And it's just kind of like, why are people so obsessed with wondering why you don't have no kids? And then the different stigmas behind it. So I got the guy coming on next because I want to talk to him about the fact of the question that comes up a lot of times when men don't have kids at this age is, oh, he must be gay, or he can't have no kids, shooting blanks. And it's like, that's rude, number one, to just make those assumptions. And number two, you don't know how that affects people's psyche in regards to why they haven't had these kids. So, because like for her, the doctor told her she can't have kids. So for people to continuously ask her, well, when you gonna have kids? Why you ain't have no kids? It's like, I don't want to have to keep explaining to y'all that my body don't work right. So that's what we got.
I'm from Mississippi, bitch. I'm from Mississippi. Get with it.
I'm hot. Girl, I already had that little spiel about being 30 and not being where you're supposed to be at. Over it. right, and we're back again, right here, 107.5, as Told by Nae. So, we got our second guest on the line. Phil, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, cool. So, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the earlier part of the conversation. Did you?
Could you fill me in? I apologize.
No problem. So we're basically talking about being within the age group of 25 to 42 and not having any children, not being married, and the different societal norms and expectations about that. So if you could just tell me, how old are you?
I am 33.
33. Do you have any kids?
No, I do not have any kids.
No kids. Are you married?
No, I am not currently married.
And you're not currently married. Do you, at 33, receive questions about why you don't have any children?
People, when I tell them I ain't got no kids, they kind of look at me surprised. You know, I guess because most black men around my age have about 3 or 4 of them. You know, so for me not to have any is almost like I'm a unicorn.
Right. A mythical creature.
Yeah, this mythical, like I'm Sasquatch, you know, I'm a Yeti walking around Tampa. You don't have no kids?
Right.
You know.
And you know what? I would be lying if I said I wasn't guilty of people. Well, I don't really know too many men that don't have any children within this age group. But when somebody will say that to me, my eyes will get big and it's like, what? You ain't got no kids. And I have to like check myself because it make me feel some type of way when people do that to me. When I be like, oh yeah, no, I don't have any children, and they go to looking crazy, I be like, well dang. But I have caught myself doing that to men when they tell me that they don't have any kids, and that's not right. So as a man at 33, walking around here with no kids and feeling like a mythical creature, is it your expectation that at 33 you were supposed to have children?
To be honest, I thought sometime around here is my child age. You know, like I would have some type of child around this age, you know. But at the same time, yeah, you know, it's the expectation that around about 30, 35, you have to have some kids, or before then, you know, sometime about 25, you're supposed to be having kids.
Do you feel like less of a man because you don't?
Do I feel like less of a man because I don't?
Yeah, like dang, I'm supposed to be. Or
no, far from it.
Okay. Do you feel like?
I'm more of a man because I'm not putting myself in a situation to where I have to take care of children and not be able to, you know. So I made a responsible decision.
Okay.
Compared to others that continue to have children or had children younger, you know, when they weren't necessarily ready to do that.
Right. So with you saying it was your own personal expectation, do you feel like you're behind the times? Like, dang, I'm 33. I thought I would be a dad by now, but I'm not. So do you feel like behind the times? You're not where you want to be, not where you're supposed to be? Does it bother you in a negative way?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I don't feel behind. You know, sometimes you look at children and you're like, yo, I wish I wish I had one of my own right now, you know, and you look forward to it. But the way I look at the world is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, you know. So me not having children is not because me not having children isn't because I missed out. It's because God saw fit that it wasn't right for me to have children at this point in time.
Facts. I'm there now. I didn't always be. I used to feel, I definitely used to feel behind the times. I used to feel like, well, dang, everybody else got these babies. Well, I ain't got no babies. But I think now my mindset is more of, it's not the right timing. I haven't come across the right situation to be talking about having kids. So I guess it's more of a blessing actually, because I look back on past situations and be like, dang, if I would have had a kid out of that situation, whoo.
Yeah, I'm in the same way. You know, some people, you know, like for myself, you also have to look at your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this somebody that I would be willing to have a child with?
Right.
You know, and I think a lot of people, you know, they have children, but they don't necessarily look at that person as somebody that they would have liked to have had that child with. You know, they felt like they love their children, but the person that they did it with, they have second and third thoughts about.
Right.
Or regrets about. And I don't necessarily want to feel that way. You know,
right.
not in the sense like, I don't want to, you know, like if I, like say I do fall out with my potential baby's mother, I still would want to feel like I made with a beautiful human being. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, I wouldn't want to feel like I created something and the person that I created, that the vessel that carried my child wasn't worthy of my heat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you definitely want to feel like, you know, you did this with the right person. So,
right.
I don't know. That might be me though.
No, I definitely agree. So, question in regards to picking the right parental, because I have so many friends that are like, I love my kids, but ooh, if I could do it over, or if I could have picked a different partner, if I could have, you know, known what I know now back then, it wouldn't have went down that way. When you think about the rest of your life, you know, and these different expectations that are placed on society, do you see your family as marriage and kids, or are you okay with the thought of co-parenting? Are you okay with you know, like, what does the family dynamic even look like for you?
So you want like my immediate family, like how did I grow up and how my family was?
No, like for you moving forward, when it is time to have kids, like, are you looking to be married and then have kids, or are you okay with maybe you aren't getting married, a long-term girlfriend and have kids? Is your expectation, I'm okay with if I never get married and don't even have a girlfriend, that I could pick somebody to co-parent with? Like, when you think of being a parent and having a family, what does that look like?
For me, it would be I would want to be married and have a child. That doesn't make sense to have. I mean, the fundamentals of a strong family is marriage. You know, so of course you want to be married and then you have your child. You know, religiously, I know a lot of people believe that, but you know, like family I look at family as a business as well. You know. And in order to have a successful business, the foundation of that business has to be good, right?
Facts.
And in order for those offspring, of that business to prosper, they have to have a strong foundation for them to as well be successful. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just believe that if I was to have a child, like, of course I'm gonna be married first, you know. But if it was to happen before then, I wouldn't be weary of that. That wouldn't make me decide whether I want to marry that person or not. But I want to make sure that that child is my utmost priority. You know what I'm saying? So. Making sure that I'm there for them, that kind of takes precedent over anything else.
Facts. Okay, cool. All right, well, appreciate you for chiming in on the topic. You keep being your mystical self and being this rare unicorn.
You know what I'm saying? Be young, black, you know, that type of stuff.
Oh my God, you give me too much. You enjoy the rest of your
I appreciate
evening.
you for having me.
No, of course, of course. You know what? And you know what's funny? I was really thinking long and hard. Like, who? I was scrolling for hours trying to figure out who don't got no kids. Most of the men that I know in my age group have a couple of children. There's a couple that's not married, but there's not a couple that have no children, aren't married, just outside of what society deems as where we're supposed to be at this age.
Yep.
So you
And once you have a relationship for more than a year, they're already looking at you like, yo, well, you know, sometimes it's not get this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think, and you know what, you hit the nail on the head. I think that's why I was so distraught when my last relationship did not work, is because we had gone long past a year. At that point, we were talking about being married and starting a family. And so for it to fall apart, he know my friends, I know his friends, he know my family, I know his family. Everybody's already been asking when, where, why, and how this is supposed to happen. So when it just completely didn't, and we actually broke up, it was like, oh my God. Now I got to explain to people why I was with this man for 5+ years, had this whole situation, and now it's just, got to start over. And I think I was more so not even stressing over having to start over for myself, but having to start over with everybody else around me. Which sucks, right? It wasn't even about me, it was about them. But yeah, dang.
they wanted to know.
They wanted to know. And they still be wanting to know. They still be asking. Oh my God. But alright.
Yeah, they'll ask you till they face turn blue. Like, yo, when y'all gonna get back together?
Yep.
And get this, you know, and it's like, nah, you know, but long relationships like that, it's like, people look at them as like, sometimes you look at it like, yo, this is a waste of time, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, none of those, everybody has to learn something from that experience, you know, and sometimes you really need to know somebody before, I feel like, before you really start taking lifelong commitment. You want to know if this person is really for you. You want to know if this person really loves you in a serious way, you know, and is willing to go the extra mile for you, you know, and has your best interest at heart. You know, because a lot of people put up these masks for a long time. And,
yes, Lord.
You don't know until certain situations arise. So when they arise, when they come up, and they show who they really are, you know, they say that you're supposed to believe them. So sometimes it takes a couple of years in order for that to happen, you know.
Right.
The situation be just right. You know, so like don't and you ain't gotta explain that to nobody. You know, you don't have no these people ain't living your life.
Right.
So,
I don't know more, but you know, for a while it was really hard for me.
well, you know, you're a beautiful woman, you know. Don't get yourself another man. You know?
Yep. It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm out here. Oh my God, I can't. I'm not doing this with you tonight. All right. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on and speaking to the topic. You enjoy the rest of your night, sir. Stay being you. And yeah. Bye. So yeah, I think it's really somebody on my Facebook Live said something that really stuck out to me, and I'm just gonna scroll real quick to share it with you guys. Where did it go? Dagnabbit. Oh man. All right, maybe not. So we just had Phil come on to talk about, you know, the difference between oh dang it, I forgot to ask him about a stereotype of men who don't have children. what I was telling my Facebook Live prior to him coming on, and I forgot to even ask him, was that something that you see people ask a lot of times when you are within this age group and you don't have any kids. Well, what's wrong with him? Is he gay? You know, can he not have kids? Is he shooting blanks? Like, what's going on? And I think that that's very rude. And that piece may cause men to feel like how women feel like less than, because they feel like they should be a mom at this point. When you asking a guy, is he gay or does he have something wrong with him? It's like, well, dang. Oh man. He said something really good on here, and I'm really sad that I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, so something Phil touched on was about picking a good partner. And so one of my Facebook followers said, the scariest part is who you having the kids with. And Phil touched a little further to say, you know, you just want to make sure that you're doing it with the right person, and you want to make sure that you know who it is that you're laying down with and making a decision. Yo, like, how do you really know though? What makes it okay? I'm for sure now that this guy is good for me to be, you know, making my lifelong plans with. You could know somebody for 8+ years and still not be right. Somebody else said, half the battle is we worry about the thought and the feeling of others. I had to truly assess if I wanted a family, spouse and children, because I want one. And did I want a family because people want it? That was me. That was me for a while. But I'm not there anymore. And I'm glad that I'm not there anymore, because that's a bit much to carry that weight of other people. Don't much you don't. What I find out a lot of times is that people feel like they know somebody, and then they have kids with somebody, and they just do like a complete 360, and people are like, woo. I think that's what I'm most grateful for, is dodging that bullet of hearing, I would have done things differently if I knew what I knew then. If I knew what I knew now then. So yeah, what time is it? Uh-oh, I didn't even do that right there. We're gonna take a quick break, play some tunes, and I'll be right back with my wrap up. I don't know, am I? TJ just commented and said, so you're not on air. Is it not on the radio? Okay. I don't know.
Why do you think all these people tuning in? I'm sitting there watching Leonard's going up. I don't know where he at.
That's what I was saying the last time I
I was telling you to make sure you shout out Jamaica and South Africa, because they're listening.
Oh yeah, I know Jamaica listens. My bad for tripping on you. My head is killing me. Jesus. When it comes to you guys, what do you think your biggest hang-ups, not even hang-ups, but what are your biggest expectations in life that you haven't reached? Huh?
No, I'm just saying.
What are your biggest expectations in life and you feel like you haven't accomplished them at your age that you are now? Mine used to be getting married and having kids. It's not anymore. I can wait. I don't know what it is now. I think it's just being unsettled. I feel like the whole, not even buying a house, but just like, I feel like I'm too old to be in some of the situations that I find myself. Total independence. That's a big one. Total independence. Because y'all know, anybody who knows me for real know I call Sharon for everything. And it's not even just like for stability when it comes to finances, but just like emotionally, like my mother is my stronghold still. I put my mom down for my emergency contact still. And sometimes I just feel like, dang, like, you about to be 30. You should be at a different place with that. And I look at that, not even time frames, but I don't know. So that's for me. All right. So before we get out of here, I'm just going to go ahead and tie all the pieces together. So we talked a little bit about women not having kids, not being married, not owning their home within the ages of 25 to 42. And what I want to say to you guys that are listening is stop asking people, women, why they haven't had any children and when they're going to have them. Because maybe they don't want to, or maybe they can't. Or maybe the dynamics of family that they believe in is, I need a husband first. But that doesn't mean turn around and ask them why they're not married. Because you just never know their situation. Something I want to say to the women who kind of are operating on society's time clock, stop. It's all about you. It's all about when, where, and how it's supposed to happen for you. I don't know, everybody's not religious, but I'm spiritual. And I would like to say that it's in God's timing. I believe that when it's supposed to happen, it will happen, and it's going to happen. So just trust the process. When it comes to men, in regards to not being married or having any children, you're not weird. You're not some mythical creature. You know, although it is kind of rare, it's a good thing. Something that Phil touched on was, it means that you made the decision sometimes that it's not your time. You're not trying to be out here with multiple baby mamas or multiple situations. Take your time, guys. Like, it's nobody else's race but yours. Run it, and run it to be comfortable for you. Something that I had to learn, and now I'm telling it to you guys. Age is age. Time is time. No, we can't get it back, but you want to make sure that you're utilizing it to the best of your ability and not rushing. Don't rush the process. Enjoy the process. And yeah, before we get out of here, I want to shout out South Africa for tuning in. One time for Jamaica tuning in. They just celebrated their Independence Day early this week. That's great. Hey y'all, one love. Just a reminder for any of you guys listening and those watching, it's going down August 24th right here in Sarasota at the WRBA Event Center. Come through, kick it with your girl. Let's celebrate my birthday. Let's support these local artists with the Saturday night vibes. Hit me up for more information in regards to that. Doors open at 8. It's going up. Me and your boy TJ Coolass is going to be hosting the event. DJ Big Dogs on the 1s and 2s, keeping the music flowing. And then we got all these different local and some out of town artists coming through to do their thing. So it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna vibe. We're gonna listen to some grown and sexy music, sip a little bit, eat a little bit. You know what? It's gonna be lit. We're celebrating August birthdays and Virgos. Stand up. So that's my time, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Make sure y'all keep your radios locked to WRBA 107.5. Make this your home station, because we got a lot of great shows all throughout the week. Tune into all of them. And then always check in with your girl every Thursday night at 8 p.m. right here on 107.5 WRBA Radio. Let's talk about it.